Oops. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe Two and Love, here with another AEW Rampage review. This time for July 8th edition of 2022. Go over it. Usually, there's a considerable time gap between my Dynamite pay-per-view and Rampage reviews, but since I'm a little crunch for time, I'm going to be running through this a little bit quicker. Again, apologies, but nonetheless, here I am for your AEW Rampage review. Here again, but get that out of the way and let's get started. No time to waste. So, AEW Rampage was a solid 1 hour again of wrestling last night. Thankfully, my TV didn't pause or freeze up once I got off work and managed to rewatch AEW, but solid show. So, view starts off with Eddie Kingston versus Konosuke Takeshita. This was an intriguing and a fun match. Eddie, we know how great he is. Konosuke, throughout the few matches we've seen him in AEW, he has done really well. And this was a fun match as well. So, they had some back and forth. We know how tough Takeshita is as well. They had some forearms back and forth. Kingston fired back with his chops. Machine gun chops. Back and forth. They delivered some strikes. Right before they went to break, Konosuke had a big blue thunder bomb for a good near fall. Back from break, they were on the apron. Konosuke hit a German suplex, although looked gingerly because, of course, it's Eddie and it's the ring apron, but Konosuke hit a German suplex on the apron. Still had the hooks locked in as they transitioned to the outside, and they were gassed. You can tell Eddie's still feeling the effects of blood and guts. You can tell. But still, Eddie fired back with an exploder suplex on the outside. Bulk managed to get it, beat the 10 count back in the ring. Eddie hit a big lariat on Konosuke, but Konosuke kicked out at one. And then Eddie, surprised by Konosuke's resilience, hit a beautiful powerbomb for two. Konosuke fired back with a big sheer drop brainbuster for two. And then Eddie, he hit one back fist, but Konosuke fired back with a big knee. A second back fist by Eddie dropped Konosuke. Eddie followed on top 1, 2, 3, and Eddie Kingston gets the victory here over Game Konosuke Takeshita. I mean, you like to see it. I mean, Konosuke's delivered against the likes of Jay Lethal against Hangman. Here against Eddie. Same. And same with that Battle Royal or Royal Rampage last week. He fared well against that. So kudos to Konosuke for still putting on a very good performance. Athena and Chris Statlander, they were backstage with a message geared toward TBS champion Jade Cargill, talking about friends in outer ways, about the baddies, and that she is still weighing a challenge, and the end goal for Athena and Chris is to get a chance at the TBS championship. Gates of Agony, Khan and Toa Leona of Tully Blanchard Enterprises. Here for the Octopus or the Foundation. Now, Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty. Tag team. This was, well, it wasn't really a tag team match in the first place, no. But this was intriguing. So, Gates of Agony ambushed Gresham and Moriarty before the bell. And like I said, this is mostly a 2-on-1. Toa hit big Samoa drop on Moriarty for a near fall. So, of course, the hot tag, they are building up to it. You know, the eventual hot tag for Moriarty to give to Gresham. So, right away, a one sequence, Gresham was open for the tag or saying to Moriarty. But as Moriarty was about to make the tag, Gresham was distracted by Tully Blanchard. So they were playing that up as a distraction. So then, more throughout the match, Moriarty gets beaten up. And then, excuse me. So, finally, another open sequence again. Moriarty looks for a tag, but Gresham walks off. He's not there for the tag. Walks off the apron and sides with Tully Blanchard appears, leaves Moriarty out to dry. Moriarty got a big lariat from Toa. Khan hit a big gutbuster for the win. Gates of Agony gets the victory on really a handicap match. And Gresham has seemingly sided with Tully Blanchard Enterprises. I mean, this is intriguing because, well, I mean, they haven't done really anything with Gresham since the partnership or Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor. And, you know, Jonathan Gresham, I think he's a very good wrestler, but, you know, he's obviously doesn't get credit where it's due because, you know, his size and, you know, he's with Jordan Grace, which of course idiots online will complain about both those things. So obviously he's not given respect online, and now that he's seemingly a heel, I've not seen Gresham as a heel, but you know, now it's the question of who does Gresham face, because you thought for a moment that it perhaps be Brian Cage versus Gresham at Death Before Dishonor. But now the question is of who. Now, the Blackpool Comic Club are and the JS still have their feud going and still are. I mean, Will Yuta and Dan Garcia was made for Death Before Dishonor, and that card is looking very well. But I wonder if a fellow Ring of Honor alumni and member of the Blackpool Comic Club, Claudio Castagnoli, is slide in to face the Foundation now, Jonathan Gresham, on July 23rd. It's certainly out there, so I would like to see it. Kingston, he was backstage. He praised Konosuke Takeshita for his effort in the match. Say hi to Akiyama for me. He noted what JS did to Ruby Soho on Wednesday on Dynamite. So he talked very eerily about Chris Jericho, knowing how this is not done, how he did not taste Jericho's blood, so he made him a liar. Say he wants him in barbed wire, and that every drop of blood he drops is a sin created by Jericho. So it was an interesting graphic they made for Fyter Fest Night 2. Kingston for Chris Jericho barbed wire death match, and the JS will be suspended in a shark cage. So, talk about. I mean, it was just an intriguing graphic, really. But I'm guessing it's Shark Week or whatever for, nonetheless, it's gotta be a brutal affair on night 2, July 20th. Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez versus Kayla Sparks and Christina Marie. Squash match, really simple. Serena locked by Deeb, and the aftermath I kind of expected. So they allude that perhaps Serena Deeb has her eye on the Ring of Honor Women's Championship held by Mercedes and Serena Deeb's entrance. So very short, but Deeb won here with the Serena lock on who I don't remember. I think Sparks was actually on one of the Los Lotharios kiss cams for WWE. I think I heard something about that. But so Deeb won the match for our team, and then Mercedes was not happy that Deeb was basically doing extracurricular, you know, unsportsmanlike, keeping the hold on long after the bell. Finally, after she got in a scuffle with Mercedes, knocked her down with a clothesline, and then locked in the Serenity Lock on her, and traded to the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, saying that she's got her eye on the prize, and she didn't actually say it, but it's pretty alluded to, and I mean, at that before Dishonor, another solid match. Mercedes versus Serena Deeb. Should be a nice little match for the show. Main event time. Tony Nese versus Orange Cassidy. This was silly, but pretty good, pretty decent match between the two. So, stipulation was that if Tony Nese won, Orange Cassidy would have to sign the document or the petition that to get Isaiah Swerve Strickland to leave AEW. And that was to no avail. As I mean, this was full of antics, for Mark Sterling and Danhausen, who everybody loves. Sterling tried to interfere, but no avail. So Tony was targeting the midsection of Orange throughout the match. Orange, good spot here. He went for his tilt-a-whirl DT, but Nese countered in mid-form, in mid-air really, and powered over Orange into a Northern Lights for a near fall. Orange then hit a Michinoku driver out of nowhere for a 2. Nese followed up with some strikes, hit a German suplex for a near fall, then hit a roundhouse kick for another close cover. Finally, Orange Cassidy was able to hit the tilt-a-whirl DT, did a diving DT again for a 2. Nese managed to hit a pump handle driver for a good near fall. Mark Sterling tried to interfere with the clipboard or whichever. Dan Allison put a stop. Punched Sterling right in the nuts. Took him out. Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch on Tony's for the win. And Orange Cassidy does not have to sign that petition to try to get Swerve Strickland out of AEW. That's good. One last petition for, or one last signature for the petition. So, works. Orange Cassidy and his lawyer, Dan Nelson, get the job done. So, I'm still adjusting myself to Orange Cassidy's theme, but it does work really for him. So, can't complain about that. You know, but yeah, we'll see where he goes going forward because he's building up some momentum for himself, and we'll see. I mean, of course, unfortunately, Wardlow just won the AEW TNT title, so looks like Orange Cassidy's might have to wait for a shot, but keep that momentum rolling for OC. It's all good for business. But nonetheless, that was the review for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little short review. But if you did, click the like, leave a thumbs up. Of course, click the description. See more videos on the channel. But anyways, thank you all. Be safe. I'm Mitchell, True in Love. See you guys next week. Adios. Peace.